It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
They're 3-4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here on AG Racing, not on the NOFSRL channel, this time around to qualify for the Coca-Cola 600. Some late night qualifying action here on AG Racing, and if you want to know where we do the rest of these qualifying sessions, of course like I mentioned, on the NOFSRL channel, but if you haven't checked it out yet, we do qualifying for every single race of the NOFSRL Cup Series over there. But since the Coke 600 is one of the crown jewel events of the season, and it's part of Indy 250 week, of course, we do qualifying here on AG Racing here today. We begin with uncharted qualifying, and we got Bibi Ruiz in the number 2, Elijah Gordon in the 21, Joshua Harrison in the 29, Andrew Williams in the 32, Marty Johnson in the 52, Ian Siegel in the 55, Dustin Davis in the 76, Julio Cesar in the 80. And speaking of the 80, the owner of that team is with me tonight, Josh Williamson. And it's the Coke 600, the longest race of the season, 80 laps on Friday night, so 2 nights from now. How do you think the race is going to play out with being the longest race of the season? We've yet to have a multiple-time winner yet this season. Do you think this Friday night might be the first time we see that?
Well, last season it proved to be that way because Sam Oskin won at Texas and then backed it up with a victory in the Coca-Cola 600. That was part of his explosive start last season prior to the Chase reset. So if history repeats itself, which we've seen already, that it could very well do just that, I wouldn't put it past somebody to get their second victory or third victory of the season, somebody to repeat. I also wouldn't put it past that you're going to see a first-time winner of the season here, because that is, I'm not going to say that's out of the question, because it absolutely is not.
Yeah,
we're just going to have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, no doubt about it. The hot seat was set from Indianapolis, so the race that the Turkey Hill National Series had a couple days ago, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So Dover did not set any hot seat for the series, but Indianapolis did, so that's where these guys got their hot seats rewarded from. I think this may be the first time Elijah Gordon has been behind the wheel of a Cup car this season, the 2-time Cup champion. Back behind the wheel here in the number 21 machine. Definitely excited to see what he can do. If he can make this Coke 600, that would definitely be a great driver to have in. And then this guy, Marty Johnson, who we all know failed to qualify for the Indy 250 on Sunday, had a great run in the Turkey Hill National Series race and got this 52 machine for the Coke 600. We'll have to see if he's one of the top 2 fastest drivers. Of course, the top 2 fastest drivers in this uncharted qualifying session advance on and join the other 40 full-time drivers to qualify for the Coca-Cola 600. Right now, it's Bibi Ruiz and Ian Siegel, the top 2 fastest guys, but Dustin Davis, who won that race at Indianapolis on Monday, is now at the top of the board, looking to make his first start of the season in that 76 machine.
Yeah, he very well could have a very good shot of making this race here in the final minute 35. Granted, we're going to have a couple of resets here. Might be, I don't think they're going to be more than 30 seconds, but early here in this session, well, it's a very short session, so we could see a lot of shuffling going around on the board. More cars come around. Let's see what the 32 looks like this time around. Well, actually, yes, he was quicker.
Andrew Williams. And Andrew finally got another, well, he actually didn't have that good of a run. I think he finished 20th, but everybody else in his group ended up finishing below him. That's how he got this 32 machine for this Coke 600, and he may qualify that machine in. So Andrew Williams, Dustin Davis, looking like the 2 guys who might make it on. You see that bit of a toe that Andrew Williams is getting off the 29 of Joshua Harrison. That's partly why he got that fast lap right there. And you may also notice, you watched the All-Star race on Friday night. These guys were flying around this track as Elijah Gordon just went to second. That changes the whole dynamic. So it's now looking like it might be Andrew Williams and Elijah Gordon making the show here in this Coca-Cola 600. But as I was about to say, it's a much more normal race here for the Coke 600. You may have noticed in the All-Star race last Friday night that these guys were flying around this place almost like Indy cars. It's back to normal, and this is actually one of the slowest mile-and-a-half racetracks we go to. 29-second lap times. We were hitting 27-second lap times at Kansas. Of course, then again, we had a pretty high grip racetrack there in Indianapolis, but this race will definitely play out. It'll probably be over an hour long. Should be a fun, long race next this coming Friday night here, 7 p.m. Eastern Time here in AG Racing. And it does look like Andrew Williams and Elijah Gordon may both be in this next event here in the NOFSRL Cup Series.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here in these final few seconds as the clock ticks down. I don't know if we've had any resets yet, but I don't know. We'll have to see what the rest of the session looks like. No, we have not.
Still a little bit more time left, but tire wear does come into play here at Charlotte quite a bit, so can't imagine that any of these times are going to be broken, only unless this 29 gets a bit of a pull off of Andrew Williams, but like I said, I think the tire wear is just too significant right now to really get any farther in this session. So Andrew Williams and Elijah Gordon, it's going to be Gordon's first start in this series since he won the championship in season number 7. That's going to be exciting to see. Andrew Williams going to be driving alongside his brother for the first time this season as well. Those are two great drivers to have running in this year's Coca-Cola 600. They're the official results. Andrew Williams, Elijah Gordon advance on. Let's go ahead and set the starting lineup for the Coca-Cola 600 here from Charlotte. And we are back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, ready to set the starting lineup for this year's Coca-Cola 600 in the NOFSRL Cup Series, the longest race of the season, 120 miles here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, just about half the length of the Indianapolis 250. But keep in mind, these guys do go a bit slower around here than they do than those Indy cars do at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So it should be a great race coming up here on Friday night. Definitely excited to see how it all goes down. Last race was won by Alexander Rowe. We had a crazy race at Dover to get to that point. And this wild card battle's looking a little interesting. Eli Bright here currently holding on to the first wild card, and Ben Young with the second. But now Alexander Rowe, Ace Garcia, next guys in line. And with how many winners we've had this season, we've had 13 winners in 13 races. This is the 14th race of the season. It's definitely shaping up to be a very intense wild card battle for those last two chase positions once we get to August, but we're just a little bit past halfway in the regular season, so still a long ways left to go before then. I think these guys definitely going to be focusing on getting this Coca-Cola 600 race victory, one of the biggest races of the season. These guys would love to win it.
Absolutely, and looks like the 33 of Eli Bright went to the top of the board right off the bat. Well, he's the only one that's made a legit lap time because everyone else is still coming off of the pit road. Well, never mind, he gets overtaken immediately by the 67 Nathan Smith. Good lap there, a 29.822.
Yeah, these times will definitely get faster as we get these guys to kind of form these packs up a little bit. Fisher G just went to the top of the board there in the number 7 machine. But drafting does come into effect here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Even though, like I said, it's one of the slowest mile-and-a-half racetracks we go to on the circuit, that draft definitely plays a huge factor into how these guys run here. Interesting scheme here for Herschel-Larvin Alonso, one-off scheme. Hey, man, if this car wins, maybe Mr. Beast will recognize us and he can give us $100,000 for no reason. That would be awesome.
that would be cool.
I'd take that. Hey, we gave $50 to one guy. Well, we sort of gave $50 to one guy last Friday night, Andrew Miller. The thing is, we went to the Xfinity race at Dover together, and the ticket was $52. So I told him, don't pay me back. You will see in a week. So Andrew Miller coming into this Coca-Cola 600 with that All-Star race victory is... Oh, they were 4 wide there for a moment.
Yikes.
And this is just qualifying, of course, so if a wreck occurs, no caution comes out for it, and that was a little edgy right there between those guys. Nathan Smith went for it there. Cody Sill currently has the fastest time. Never mind. Elijah Gordon has the fastest time. Now, this is a big deal here because this is a 2-time Cup champion in the hot seat. Going to be his first start of the season. And this guy is going to be a threat to win this race, especially if he starts up front here for Hamlin Racing Enterprises. Patrick Smith just beat him there at the top there. Oh, and Nathan Smith just blew up. Wow.
Boy, that was close there with everyone coming in behind him, wasn't it? They all had to thread the needle to get through there. Man, that could have been ugly.
That could have been. I don't think we've had any wrecks in this session yet so far. Alexander Rowe just went to third. So our last winner here in the NOFSRL Cup Series, looking to go back-to-back. That would definitely be a very good feat. And if Rowe wins again, that would shoot him up closer to the top 10 in points. He could try to make the chase based on speed alone. Brad Stover, Nelson Reeves, Nathan Stapleton, Andrew Williams, all behind Patrick Smith there. Stover, that's actually Andrew Miller there. Let's see, where are those guys at? There's, a couple of them in a line right there. Stover and Reeves, who got a good pull, I think, off the 92 of Trey Smith ahead of them. And see where Stapleton is in the 97 machine. He also got up there. He's probably ahead of us when we were up in that position. And he just went to the top of the board. Nathan Stapleton with a fast hot rod here. He's getting a bit of a pull there off of Ben Young, but I don't think he's really getting that much of a pull. He may just be getting this time all on his own.
He's doing a good job of wheeling that thing right now, if that is indeed what is going on. Nathan Stapleton, could he better his lap time here this time by? We'll have to see what it looks like.
Don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did either.
That was a close one. So now it's Stapleton, Patrick Smith, Trey Smith is up to third. Great run for the 92. And I will say, Trey Smith is rebounding very well. He did not start off the season well at all. But as of late, he has definitely picked up the pace, up to 21st in points now. He's definitely coming close, and if he gets a win, he'll definitely be part of that wild card battle, no doubt about it. Brad Stover's fourth, Nelson Reeves. Jesse Turner, last year's runner-up in the Coke 600. And Turner's had an excellent season, fourth in points. But he only has 4 top 10s and 1 top 5, so a lot of these good runs he's been getting have been outside the top 10, right around probably 11th to 15th this season. But he's had an excellent season, that 77 machine. He'd love to go back to victory lane here, and at least we think it's the final season of the Cup Series. I can't make any guarantees because I just don't know. This is the time of year my love for this kind of comes back. So we're just going to have to see. But as of right now, still the last season of the NOFSRL Cup Series. And Turner, of course, the first ever winner in the series, would love to go back to victory lane one more time, get his 21st career Napa fan win. Ty Samadeo and John Arndt on the all-time wins list. Got Fitzwater there in 8th, Mason Brown in 9th, Joe Rutkowski in 10th, Logan Williams just went to 4th, and the last mile-and-a-half racetrack we went to was Kansas. Logan Williams went to victory lane there. So would watch out for Logan Williams there in the 38 machine. See what his brother's doing. His brother's 11th fastest. Andrew Williams in the 32 machine in the hot seat, up to the 11th position. And Elijah Gordon, the other hot seat driver, in 13th. And those are 2 really solid drivers. Of course, Andrew Williams has won a race this season in the Turkey Hill National Series. Won at Auto Club all the way back in February. But he is running pretty solid here in qualifying for the Coca-Cola 600.
Absolutely there. Andrew Williams was towards the top of the what am I trying to say here? He was on the top of the uncharted board behind Elijah Gordon, I do believe, coming out of that. Obviously, he made his way to full field qualifying, so he is looking for a good qualifying spot too. Where is he on the board right now?
Currently in the 11th position, so
that's not bad.
That's on the inside.
That's a good position starting on the inside.
That's a pretty solid starting position for this race. You got to think too, it's an 80-lap race, and this is one of the few races that we have that has 2 scheduled pit stops because it's such a long race. Obviously, we try to keep it 1 stop per race. It's going to be a 2-stopper on Friday night, so that'll definitely make things interesting for these guys. Got that extra pit stop, just like they add an extra stage to this race in real life. But it's looking pretty solid for Nathan Stapleton to, I believe, get his first pole of the season. And what a race to get your first pole in. The Coca-Cola 600. That's a good opportunity for those guys at NS Blackout Motorsports. And Stapleton's had a solid season, 13th in points. He's actually kind of fallen outside the top 10 as of late. Has had a couple of rough runs lately, but if he can pull out a top 10 here at Charlotte, that would definitely be a huge momentum boost to this team to possibly make the chase in August.
Absolutely. When it gets to be crunch time in the Chase Stapleton, we'll have to see how that would go, because was he in the Chase last season?
I do not believe he was.
Wouldn't that be something if he made it? We'll have to see what he could do, because he is a solid driver. To give him the credit there, he is solid. He just I don't think he's won in a while, but see, he might break that trend here sooner rather than later. He's run pretty solid this season.
Not only that, he's got one of the longest losing streaks in the series too. It's been over 3 seasons since Stapleton has gone to victory lane. Only one career win at Martinsville in season 7, which happened to be his 6th career start. So we saw a couple of longer losing streaks get broken. Ace Garcia broke his. McMillan's yet to break his, though. I'm looking to see when McMillan can finally do on that 79 machine.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Definitely love to see McMillan go to victory lane. Those Hers cars, man, they just having a lot of luck this season. And McMillan's not had a bad year. He's actually 15th in points. Finished 2nd last week at Dover. What am I talking? Or 2 weeks ago, I should say, at Dover. So what am I talking about? He's had a decent run this season. As a matter of fact, the whole Otter Island team here in Cup has, all of them are top 15 in points. You got Turner in 4th, Dalio in 10th, and then McMillan in 15th. So they've been running very strong. So we're just going to have to see how it all goes down there for Daniel McMillan and the 79 machine. Jesse Turner, though, is probably the strongest guy on that organization right now. And obviously showing that here in qualifying as he is 7th overall. But I think that's going to be your pole sitter right there. Nathan Stapleton, number 97, with that fastest time, beat out Patrick Smith there, and I don't think anybody's going to get to that advanced auto parts machine here. So, we're going to have just a few more seconds left, probably about a minute left before we are done, but that'll cap it off for the night here for Indy 250 week on Wednesday. Tomorrow we got Freedom 50 qualifying at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and then tomorrow night the Turkey Hill National Series comes into Charlotte, and they run their CN Rail for 300, I should say, 40 laps of action for those guys. Just a couple days after they ran in Indianapolis a couple days ago. So it should be a great race tomorrow for the Turkey Hill National Series. And, of course, Friday night we got ourselves the Coke 600. And that guy right there, Nathan Stapleton, will be leading us to the green flag for the longest race of the season. Patrick Smith, Trey Smith, Logan Williams, Brad Stover, Nelson Reeds, Jesse Turner, Zachary Fitzwater, Mason Brown, and Joe Rakowski. The 2 uncharted guys, Andrew Williams, 11th, Elijah Gordon, 13th. Watch out for them. They're going to be strong. The uncharted guys have been strong all season, of course. I got a tie between San Mateo and Cuculon. Cuculon will start in the 19th position ahead of Nicholas San Mateo. And then we got another tie between Semedo and Ben Young, but LJ Semedo does hold the tiebreaker in points on Ben Young. Those are the only 2 ties we had in qualifying. So the only position that's going to get switched is Cuculon and San Mateo. But other than that, that is how they'll line up for Friday night's Coca-Cola 600, 2 nights from now, here on AG Racing. Congratulations to Nathan Stapleton for winning the pole in the Coca-Cola 600. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Freedom 50 qualifying and the CN Rail 300. Coca-Cola 600 is Friday night, and of course, the Indianapolis 250, Saturday at noon Eastern Time, right here on AG Racing. Thank you guys so much for watching. On behalf of Josh Williamson, congratulations to Nathan Stapleton, and I will see you guys later.